Sorry. Yeah, you see, the weatherman and Barbara on the same page today, not me. Believe me, they got to 16 degrees, that's already happened. Only one more degree, come on, and you'll get to my prediction at 17 degrees. I took it out all week last week. I don't think we want to start off the week not winning, do we? We don't want Barbara to win, or the weatherman, which is worse, really, it is. It's Monday, September the 12th, and believe me, you're going to love this. Let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. So very, very happy to have everybody along. Even Nick, please, that's really quick, Nick, it really is. Nice to have you on board too, by the way. For everybody, if you're going to watch this a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? No, you do. Serious. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. You've got it. Bell notifications where we have important people like my psychologist is joining me today. She is doing. But at the same time, she also recommends that I drive taxis in New Jersey for some reason. But having said that, believe me, Randie O'Neil is with us coming out of New Jersey. So excited about that. And well, at the same time, let me tell you how happy we are to be in association with Rise Up TV, Big Records, Sony Music, The Orchard, with Galaxy.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record, and Sony Music, The Orchard.
And let me tell you, George Prophet is joining us. Nice to have you on board, George. It really, really is. Louis Ludat is joining us as well. Christy Jackson is joining us. And Louis, big up national and international artists like George Prophet. Absolutely, absolutely. So you know something? Let's get down to the real deal. The lady herself. Yes, it's Randie O'Neil coming out of New Jersey. Here's Daddy's Pride. How you feeling, Randy?
I'm good.
Nice, nice. You look relaxed.
So like a rainy Sunday, it's kind of chill, you know.
Oh, well, we got the same weather. It's not the best here either. It's been a terrible week. Well, actually a terrible week.
We need the rain. We've been in drought. We were ready to have restrictions, so coming at a good time, but...
Nice. Yeah, well, Barbara needs the rain as well. She lives on tank water, you see, so... She's always happy to have rain. I'm sitting there going, no, but it's so gloomy, it's so depressing. I want nice sunshine.
Yeah, I like it.
Mother Nature doesn't listen to me.
Without the rain, we don't have flowers, so...
Well, this is true, but, you know, you could always use a hose.
Not where I live.
You know, you can create rainbows with a hose on a sunny day.
It sounds like you have some experience with that. I'd love to see how that went.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm still old enough to have dad jokes, okay? Not granddad jokes. I won't answer to a granddad one. But speaking of dad jokes, have you got any good dad jokes?
I can never remember punchlines. I'm horrible with jokes.
Oh, well, okay. Well, let me tell you this.
Oh, no.
This was in the news this morning, okay? And you'll love it. The chicken union has come out and said that it's no longer crossing the road. Chickens no longer crossing the road.
Cross the road.
Yep. You know what they're doing now?
What?
They're taking yabba. You can use that any time you want.
You can start forgetting punchlines.
Thank you. My psychologist tells me I can start forgetting punchlines.
And she's a
I love it. Oh dear. Nick Plews, UK correspondent, is with you all. Nice to have you on board, Nick. Nick Plews is actually with a band coming out of the UK. They've got a number 8 song on our charts right now. They're really, really good. They really are. The band's name is the Heartland Roots Band in
Hi,
Leicester
Sean.
in the UK.
We will play you a track tomorrow. We've been up in the air with this Queen stuff.
Am I going to be on your chart?
I think you're already there.
Yeah, where?
Where are we? We're at number 17. Okay, thank you. You're at number 17.
Came in at 7.
I like that.
Yeah, you've come in at 17. Now we make it climb. And I got to let you know, just recently, production and I have been watching this over the last year now. It'll come onto the charts. Once we do the interview, climbs exponentially.
Love that.
It really does. It's fascinating to watch. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today absolutely elated because I'm catching up with my good friend, yes, Randie O'Neil, coming out of New Jersey, and believe me, we've got a bit of history, we do. We've had a lot of music go down that road, we really have, and every time, more and more excited every time when I see Randie, because believe me, absolutely, I'm a big fan. I really am. Greg Livesay is joining us. Greg, you're going to be joining us on Wednesday. Looking forward to talking to Livesay. And not only Greg, but Mike Gill's going to be joining us as well. So looking forward to that. Randie, welcome back to Galaxy.
Oh man, I'm thrilled to be back. I missed you guys. I really did.
Well,
I know big things are happening over there for you, so it's been amazing to watch.
Well, thank you, my friend. Believe me, we're kind of excited about what's been happening over the little while, and believe me, big things are coming. They really are, including we possibly could be going into not one but two different countries with another Galaxy radio station. We really could. We're building. So keep an eye on the space. I'm not going.
So we're seeing some cloning of Grant. That's what we're having.
Well, basically, kind of. What we're going to do is build a couple of radio stations. One, I can give you the initials as PNG, Papua New Guinea. We're going to be building one there, and teaching to be able to make sure that the whole staff can run the radio station the way Galaxy would run a station. You know what I mean?
Oh, how exciting.
And that's going to be nationwide right there. Then we're looking at moving into Dubai. Their government is saying, hey, listen, we want one in Jeddah. Okay, so that's in the next 5-year plan at the moment. So believe me, I'm excited.
Yeah, you should be. That's great stuff.
At the same time, we've made new friends. Of course, we've got Rise Up TV and Big Records on board with us. Of course, they're with Sony Music, The Orchard, and they're coming to New Zealand.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I think they're going to do a doco about Barbara. They are bringing a couple of artists, well, actually about 4 artists. They're dropping by PNG on the way through, picking up one there. Coming here, we're going to put a couple of artists or a couple of bands of our own together, have a party in about 4 different places, 4 cities, and just rock it out. All joined by the TV company themselves. They're going to be doing a documentary more about the artist than me, but apparently I'm a character, so I'm going to be in it.
Oh, how nice! Man, that's great stuff.
I love
That's
it.
great.
I love
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
It's all part of the fun. But you see, honestly, Randie, if it wasn't for people like you, this would never have happened. And we need you to continue making more and more and more work so that I can keep more employed. You know what I mean?
I'll have to do that. I have no problem stepping up.
Nice. Sure.
Challenge accepted.
Nice. I like it because, as you know, I'm a big fan of your work. And, well, believe me, we started off the show with Daddy's Pride. Now, I want you to tell me a little bit about this.
Now, I really worked hard during COVID when you're anxious, you can't be creative, right? I know that. So I had to practice what I preach and reel in the anxiety, and I decided to go to a workshop with Ellis Paul and Dan Navarro, right, to keep creative. And they gave me a challenge to write a song about pride, and I'm like, I have alcoholic parents. I don't have any pride. What are you talking about? I was panicking in front of these monster songwriters. And finally, I'm like, that's it. That's the song. I don't have any pride. So I picked a moment in time where my parents had sold my guitars. I came home from school and they were gone. And I was wrecked. And I'm like, that's it. That's what I'm writing about. And in 20 minutes, Grant, the song was written. It is the only song my producer didn't change a note.
Is that for real?
Usually, yeah.
Did your parents do that to you?
Oh yeah. That's real. And that to me is the biggest epic fail when you can't support your kids, no matter what state you're in. You know, something I loved, and they're just like, oh, you don't need this anymore. You know, devastating to know at that moment that I'm on my own.
I gotta let you know, Randie, I can sympathise, I really can, because I've had a girlfriend do that to me in the past, but it wasn't because we were poor. I think she didn't like me playing the guitar.
You're jealous of the guitar. I mean, you know, I've seen it. So, you know, if that isn't the biggest signal to move on, then I don't know what is.
Believe me, I had an absolutely stunning guitar. One off, it really, really was. It was a Budweiser design on it. The whole deal was lovely.
Can I find it on OfferUp or eBay or something? Like, can I just find it?
I really doubt you'll ever find it now.
Like buying it cheap. You know, you see that like on offer and stuff. You know, somebody broke up and all his gear's on sale and they don't know how much it's worth, and they're just, you know, getting rid of it. You know, it's like, oh, someone had a bad breakup.
Yeah, believe me, it's good for some people, not so for others, I got to be honest with you. But, you know, we've moved on since those days. I've got another guitar, and I still don't sing, especially in front of people. Okay? Don't mind doing it in the bedroom. I'm a legend in my bedroom. But,
Right.
But believe me, anywhere else, nah. I wouldn't do that to humanity. It's just not fair. It really isn't.
Gotta know your limitations. You can't be scaring small children.
Well, exactly. It makes my ice cream melt before it even gets hot. You know what I mean? It really does. Well, actually, I sing tenor. Or maybe 12 miles away from anybody that can hear me.
There it is.
There it is.
You gotta watch.
Darren Jack is joining us. Anthony T. Schmidt is joining us as well. And Craig Bendham. Nice to have everybody on board. It really, really is. Now, believe me, Randie, I absolutely, as you know, love your work. But I'm really, really interested in Full Moon Rising. Tell me about this, because believe me, I listen to this on my way into work in the mornings.
It's a fun one. And my producer, I went in, I said, this is a concept. I don't even have many lyrics. But here's the pitch. I said, COVID is like months of full moons. And when there's a full moon, I get itchy, I get antsy, and it's usually not going to go well. So that's what we started with. And actually, I lost a lot of people. My mother was suddenly alone. And I'm like, I got to go back to Pennsylvania. And the borders were closed. And when I crossed the border, because I wasn't supposed to be there, it made a sound on my, we have these easy passes that you can pay going over the border, and it made this awful noise. And I went, I did my social distancing, we sat, we processed the loss of my stepfather, and on the way back there was this huge full moon, and I'm like, that's the song. You know, it's just months and months of full moon, and then we're like, for the first time in my life, I hear banjo. And my producer looked at me and he goes, yeah, we need a banjo, and I've never used banjo. But coming out of COVID, there were so many musicians looking for work that we were just bringing in musicians, you know? So we're like, bring in the banjo, bring in the upright bass, bring in it. And it just came together, and it is so much fun. So much fun.
Well, as you know, I listen to your music in my car, and, well, believe me.
You're going to drive too fast if you do that.
Well, it's music to drive fast too. That's the whole deal. And believe me, it's pleasurable to be able to drive fast to good music. Here's Randie O'Neil, Full Moon Rising. And you're right, the banjo suits. It really does.
The banjo makes the song. That and my backup singers. My backup singers were amazing. We have a lot of fun with this one.
Nice.
You know,
nice.
it's just crazy stuff at the Lana Nanas, and there's so many layers of vocals. You know.
Randie, I come to work every morning listening to your music.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Barbara, you see, she hands it to me on a USB device, and it doesn't give me any information, just the music, right? And I Bluetooth that to my stereo. And Randie, I've got a kick-ass stereo in my car. I got to be honest, I really do.
Mine sucks. I have a Subaru and it sucks.
Okay.
I need new speakers, but anyway.
Okay, well, believe me, I invested a bit of money in good sound for my car. And as you know, that's where I make my decisions on whether or not I'm going to do the interviews, because it's based on the music. You got me?
Yeah, I sure do.
Instead of doing it in the studio where everybody goes, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do... Really, I want to make my own decision. So I go driving and I listen to your music. It's been stuck on your music ever since I got it.
And it took a while to get it to you. I don't know what happened, because I teamed up with Garrett, and for some reason it didn't get to you initially. So I just kept sending it, and I'm like, I was getting nervous that you guys didn't like it. And I'm like, oh my God.
No, believe me, we loved it. And as you know, every bit of music that comes in goes past the board. They listen to it, they really scrutinise stuff. I mean, these guys, they're not radio. There's a plumber, there's an electrician, there's a carpet layer, there's a truckie, there's all sorts of walks of life in the board. And it was structured that way so that they could give us an honest opinion without being influenced by music themselves. You know what I mean? Okay, they listen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They listen to us in their cars and stuff like that. That's fine. You know what I mean? But they have their own opinions, and what their opinion is it has to be good for our image, right? So believe me, they hear what I hear. They don't get any information. They don't get your name. They don't get your title of the song, nothing. They just hear the music, you know what I mean? And all of your boxes get ticked every time.
Wow.
Every time. And then it comes to me, Barbara gives it to me on the same device, and well, I've got it stuck playing on my car. I really do. And I've got to be honest with you, I couldn't help myself. I was the person that actually played around with Treat Me Right.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not blaming production. I do blame production for a lot of things, but this one I actually did personally. Okay?
He did.
Okay.
He's good.
What about it?
Well, I think it's simplistic but works.
There's a lot. It was a lesson in space.
Yeah.
Letting things da-dun, da-dun, da. Nothing, and I'm singing. It really is a lesson in space.
I get it.
And letting it breathe and letting it drive.
Nice. Well, believe me, I'm loving it, and I'll let you know how many people are requesting it too, okay?
Oh, I would love that.
Because believe me, there's a few to request. That's how our breakfast show is structured, is because of requests, okay? So, and you're on there
that's true.
pretty much
That
constantly every morning so far.
Galaxy.
You know, Randie, I'm so happy so far that you haven't written a song about a DJ or somewhere in New Zealand. She's frozen up. Look at that. It's
Oh, am I there? Am I back?
you're back. There we go. Hello. Nice to have you back.
Well, I could write a song about a DJ.
Yeah, a number of people have actually. A particular one that I, kind of know. I do. And believe me, I've got one guy who wants to come to New Zealand. He even wrote a song about it. You know what I mean? So believe me, lots and lots and lots of fun. But when you structure your music, and believe me, I'm quoting here, puts her whole self into her writing and performances using honest and witty lyrics. about heartache and strength paired with catchy melodies. Why heartache?
Why heartache?
Yeah.
Because it's my life. So there's that. You write with what you know. But also it's relatable. And that gets factored into things. So, and I want to make a story from it. Like I kind of laugh at myself. We talked about songs like Wings to Fly, which was about my dating experiences online that went horrendously bad. And I just made it inspirational. You're empowered. You can move on. And that's what kind of messages I tell myself. That's what I want to hear. So I don't always want to be a downer about relationships, even though they're going horribly bad. I want it to be more than that.
I get that. I really, really do. But believe me, in your life, I would suggest that there's more happiness than heartache. And believe me, I'm all about happy and having fun. And, well, maybe I'm a little, tree hugger in a kind of way, to be honest. I love happy music. Okay. You know what I mean?
Well, when we get to Sidewalks, that's definitely about happy.
Well, that's next. Sorry, no, it's not. Queen of the Barstools next, and I do want to talk about that, but Sidewalks is coming up. But believe me, Queen of the Barstools, this is a fantastic track in its own right. Now, seriously? Do you have a Barstool named after you yet? I have.
I think everyone at some point in their lives have had a Barstool named after them. Because my pitch for Queen is, you get dumped. Well, what do women do? We put on our lipstick, our best pair of jeans, and our boots, and we go out onto town, and we pretend it's okay. And that's what Queen of the Barstool two-step is really about. Just pulling yourself out and, look, I'm not going to sit here and be alone. I'm going to go out until it really is okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. I really, really do. And believe me, I'm a guy, we drink to forget, or, well, I suggest drink to remember, actually. It's far more fun, to be honest with you. But yeah, believe me, there's a little stall in a little corner of a bar that has my name on it when I go there. Believe me. So, Queen of the Barstool, right here at Galaxy, Randie O'Neil, coming out of New Jersey. I could go New Jersey, but then I'm a cab driver again. Here's Queen of the Barstool. Oh man, I'm sweating. It's so hot in here. Yeah.
It's only 15.2 degrees.
But I'm sweating.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, no, believe me, there's so many computers in here, it gets so hot in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's 15 degrees outside. Let me translate that into Fahrenheit for you, so that you get an idea of what the temperature is. It's 60 degrees outside. Okay, so it's not that warm, but it's not that cold, right?
Yeah, we're only at 70 today, too. We're cooling off, going into our winter. You're going to be heating up, right?
Yeah, and I'm not looking forward to the 40s. Like some countries have had, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we had a hot one, boy. We were up there. We were peaking 95s, 100s. That's really, really hot.
Yeah, that's egg frying material. It really is. Paul Harkins is joining us. Nice to have Paul on board. Of course, another member of the band coming out of Leicester in the UK called the Heartland Roots Band. Jeremy Dallas is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Jeremy. It really, really is.
Yeah, we
and
need to
Tommy.
catch up with you, Jeremy.
Yeah, we
for
do.
an interview.
We do. And Tommy Raho was joining us as well.
Woohoo, hi.
Absolutely fantastic. Everybody's getting on board today.
Woohoo.
They really are. It's nice to have.
They've all come to see Randie O'Neil.
How many countries?
182.
Nice. We're in 100 and... How many? Yeah, I did get that right. 182 countries so far.
Nice.
They're all turning out. They're all turning out for you, my friend. They really are.
Whew. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. How many cities?
2,420.
Okay, 2,421 cities around the world are tuned up.
Wow.
You're a superstar.
Are you guys really, that's impressive what you guys have done. Really impressive.
She's known
Randy,
us for a
as
while.
you
Thanks
know-
for remembering
She's
us
seen
little folk.
As you know,
Now that you're all big time and stuff.
no, we're not.
We're still us.
No, we're still us. You know what I mean? It's all about you. It's all about your music. It's not about us. It really is about
But without you guys, we're dead in the water, so.
Well, you see, that goes the same way. That's why I said to you, keep working. I need to keep a job.
Yeah.
It's true. But I tell you
Yeah.
what, believe me, when we first started doing this, Randy, we were happy if we had 10 people. You know what I mean?
I've had shows like that, so you know what I mean? I totally get you. I feel you.
Pamela Tozer Harbottle is watching. She's one of the executives from Rise Up TV. You know, Randy, I absolutely love that track. I really, really do. I kind of relate to it. You know what I mean?
Thank you. And that one had the biggest back and forth with my producer. We just were. I originally saw it as a two-step,
Okay.
and my producer's like, yeah, no, it's a sadder song. Like you can't be two-stepping. And we were jostling back and forth till we really kind of hit where we were going. And he's like, I need a line here. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. He's like, I don't care. We need a line here. And it was just kind of back and forth until we finally had it all come together.
Well,
And it did.
I got to be honest with you, I'm really quite partial to that particular track. It's sort of, you know, I find a relation to the song, I really do. We have a buzzword here at Galaxy, it's called sachet. And we kind of play a lot of music that you find yourself sashaying to. I found myself the other
Right.
morning,
Oh,
I was coming
I got
out
it.
of
Like,
coming out of production the other morning, and something was playing on the radio. I don't know, can't quite remember what it was right now, but I looked at the staff and they were all doing it. Every one of them was doing it, and I'm thinking to myself, now that's rather cool. You know what I mean? So believe me, we've got staff that sachet.
hey, sachet away.
Yeah, absolutely.
You worked it.
I'm right in there, I really am. Pamela Tozer Harbottle is watching. She's not only one of the executives of Rise Up TV, but she's also one of the executives of Big Records and associated with, of course, Sony Music and The Orchard. So believe me.
I was with Sony Orchard for a while, but my label during COVID kind of dropped me, so I'm up for adoption.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You
I
like
tell you what.
Pamela?
Up for adoption.
I tell you what, let me get Barbara to introduce you to Lisa from Rise Up TV and Big Records, and also Pamela. And believe me, let's get something happening. I'm sure they would be absolutely fascinated to have you on their books. They really, really would. Mark, who is the owner of the company, absolute gem of a man. He really, really is. And believe me, he comes along with a TV company. He'll put you on a bus, take you touring, right? And believe me, these days, whatever's on the road no longer stays on the road with the TV company. And he'll throw in a number of artists with you. You know, we'll have a whole ball, go road touring, and before you know it, it's an absolute adventure, and you'll see it on television.
How cool would that be?
Tell you
Holy
what,
cow.
I'll
He's
get-
still my heart.
I'll get Barbara.
Don't tease like that.
Oh.
Because I'll be on a plane, I'll be over there.
I'll get Barbara to put you in touch, believe me. And Pamela, please, this is a fantastic deal. It really, really is. Keep it in mind. Having said that, Randy, sidewalks, we were talking about that. Now, okay, give me the skinny on this, because I love this track.
Okay, so COVID, the world shuts down, and I, again, determined not to let it get me down. But I'm looking at the sidewalks going, this isn't me sitting home. I like the adventure. I want to be on a tour, but I want to be meeting people. And so the line, I remember sidewalks, came up. And then I'm like, we went into production. That's a song that drove me in production. But then I was like, I don't know if I wanted to include it on the album. And finally my producer's like, hey, that's a great sing-along. You know, it'll be great live. So I did, and it was just this happy, lucky, let me out there, I remember sidewalks. Sometimes I'm following my dreams, sometimes I'm meeting people, just let me get out there. And a lot of people relate to sidewalks, even growing up, you know, with their bicycles up and down the street. You learn on sidewalks and stuff, so it really has resonated with a lot of people.
Well, I got to let you know, Randie, 1,711 people have requested it so far. Not quite getting to the breakfast show yet, but it's not that far away. Much like Queen of the Bar Stool, it's getting close. It really is. So here at Galaxy is Randie O'Neil and Sidewalk. You know, Randie, I've got a confession to make.
Oh no.
But
When we went into lockdown here in New Zealand and everybody obeyed the rules, I kind of didn't. You know what I did?
what?
I went to all the cities where nobody was and walked down the main street, right down the middle of it, just to do it, because when could you ever walk down a main street at lunchtime and nobody's there in a city? Had to be done.
My cousin did. She was a nurse. She was an aide, and they didn't have the equipment for her. She took vacation, went to Hawaii. She's like, I had everything to myself. And she said it was wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, they eventually closed the airports and stuff, but it was a great time to travel.
Well, I figured it was a great time to get up to mischief. If you know, no, you're not allowed to be out and doing this sort of thing, so guess what?
You know what, to me, like when I walked outside, it was kind of like that scene. There are two scenes that come to mind. One, the Planet of the Apes, where he's on the horse and he sees the Statue of Liberty. There's nobody. It's so eerie. And the other one was The Walking Dead, when he's riding his horse into Atlanta. And
I get it.
you know, it just, to me, it was like apocalyptic. Like, it was just so eerie.
That's why I did that. I went to 3 different cities at lunchtime when we were in full-blown lockdown. I mean, I didn't even get stopped by a cop that drove past me.
Man, you can fly down highways you never get to fly down.
Exactly. It was just one of those lifetime experiences you'll never get. You know what I mean? So I just went to all these cities.
Because the schools were closed, but my superintendent made us come into school. He wanted the staff there. We couldn't, they reached a point where they weren't going to go home, but I was like flying into work, and I was like, it takes me over an hour to get to work, and now I'm doing it in 20 minutes, you know?
It's freaky, isn't it? It really is. But yeah, I just wanted to experience that city dead feeling, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. It was.
It was.
The first time I went into a shopping, like, grocery stores freaked me out. Like, I was just one of those people with wipes and everything else, but there was nothing there.
Well,
you know,
here's something
so
to think about too. Do your stores have these perspex or plexiglass screens in front of them? Yeah? And do you turn around the corner of it to talk to them? Like everybody else does? They never talk to the
They
screen.
still have plexiglass stuff everywhere. They haven't taken it down. We're not wearing masks much anymore, but the plexiglass is in place.
Weird.
See this?
You know, Randie, it's going to be one of these things of, do you remember when? I think the COVID thing, you know what I mean? And way back when it really first hit, I thought, you know, people are going to say that sooner or later. Do you remember when we had the COVID thing and everybody was locked down? I wanted to get out and experience what it was like to be literally in a lockdown city where there's nobody, absolutely nobody, at noon on a Friday. You know what I mean? It's just Yeah, it's never done. It never is. So believe me, I had to get involved in that just so that I can say to my grandkids one day, remember when?
Yeah. Check that box off. It's never going to happen. Hopefully never going to happen again.
Yeah, well, what is it? Every couple of 100 years we have a major disease or something. I think the Black Plague and all of that, you know, it does happen from time to time. Luckily, we've survived this one.
Right. Well, most of us did. Most of us did. I've had tremendous losses during the last 2 years, but you know, have a good support system and love my producer most of the time, and you know, just having a lot of fun with music, and that's keeping me through a lot of stuff. You know, and I won't let it be a downer. I just won't. You know, I'm just going to have fun with it, laugh at myself, you know, and keep going.
Music is therapy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, believe me, and I get a fairly healthy dose of therapy every day.
I have to too. You know, it's always on in the background, and it's always there.
Well, Randie, now I got to let you know, 3,700 plus people have been requesting Treat Me Right, okay? This is your most requested track so far, and believe me, 3,731, to be honest with you, is the number at the moment. Now, this is keeping you in the breakfast show every morning. It really is. They're asking for it. They want to know more. They want to know the whole deal. So tell me about Treat Me Right. Why am I playing it so often, and why is it so successful?
You know, it was a lot of things coming together. You know, I've written songs about dating before, and I threw my hands up in the air. I'm like, guys just don't get it. Like, they think it's this, it's that, and they're, you know, size matters and all of that. And I'm like, I had to write a song that says, it's so simple, guys. You know, I'm going to help you out here. Just, it's not how you dress, it's not how the car, it's just treat a woman right and ask them what that is. And it's that. And then we added, you know, a little sass to it. I was kind of like, you know, treat me right. Like, I just kind of had to throw it back. And it was a song, like I said before, that it was a lesson in space. Letting the bass line drive, and then I sang, let the bass line drive, and just had a lot of fun with it.
I love it. Absolutely love it, Randie. Even the reference of the bacon and eggs.
Well, you know what? I do this, right? If you think a guy is going to stay over, right? You're like, I have nothing in the house. What am I going to feed him in the morning, you know? So, you know, and it's like, guys, if you want to make it that far and I'm going to make you breakfast, you got to treat me right, you know? And that means staying the night. It means not, you know, sometimes I want them to leave and that's fine too. But, you know, if you're building a relationship, they're going to stay the night and be with you through the night.
Well,
I'm going to make a breakfast and eggs.
I got to be honest with you, back in the day when I was actually doing the single thing and waking up in strange houses, you'd normally find me in the kitchen cooking breakfast for the young lady. To be very honest with you, I'd go and find out what's in the fridge.
Well, if I stay over at the guy's house, then, you know, there should be something.
Yeah, absolutely. More than 6 bottles of beer too, by the way. It's a standard good time.
Yeah, I've been there too. It's like I look around but you know, funny, you go to a diner on a Sunday morning and you know the couples. Don't you? You know the couples are just kind of like starting the coupling process, you know, and they're at the diner and someone didn't have bacon and eggs in the house. So now they're going out and showing themselves off as a couple. I think it's a funny process.
It's fun to watch. It really, really is. But I tell you what, believe me, this really is making inroads here at Galaxy. Every morning I'm playing it on the breakfast show. Had a little play with the song myself. Have a listen. See if you can find where I've changed things.
We welcome
Hi, it's Randie O'Neil here, and you're listening to Galaxy 107.
Galaxy FM.
It's not the way you walk, or the way you talk.
Love that. I love that.
It's just a fun, sassy song.
It really is. It really is. And the world literally has taken to it.
I love that. I really, really do. I love that. It's one of my favorites to play. Queen, I like to play, but there are like 4 different strum patterns in Queen, and I play a little tiny that lead in the front, don don don. You know, like so it's actually a harder song to play. Where Treat Me Right is just fun, you know.
No, it's not a harder song to play. Believe me, I play them both. In fact, I play Queen, I play Sidewalk, I play Treat Me. To be honest, the one that we don't play a lot of is actually Whispers. And I apologise for that, but we play it. We've got you in the right segments where it is being played quite regularly. It's just that it hasn't started to gain momentum just yet.
Right, and you know, maybe it won't. To me, I thought it would be relatable but maybe people don't want to hear it anymore because you're stuck with somebody, and it's very awkward, like you weren't getting along, and it's painful.
Well, I was kind of hoping that we weren't playing too many Randie O'Neills, that it was getting forgotten at the end of it. You know what I mean? Because everybody's enjoying everything else.
Maybe.
I'm kind of putting it down to that one. It's not that it's not...
But can you get too much Randie O'Neil? Can you?
Never.
No.
Never. It's a staple diet. It really is. Mike Gill is watching, of course, from the Lifesay band, Greg Lifesay, who's coming on Wednesday. Looking forward to
for them.
Tuesday for them, yeah.
Wednesday
Absolutely.
for
Of course,
us.
the other side of the world.
Yes.
We're so ahead. Everybody else is so behind. And we can get away with saying that. We can. Not that we're putting anybody down, it's just that we see the light of the day every day first.
Yes.
Australians hate that one.
Okay.
No,
Okay. I got you.
I usually give Australia a bit of stick, I really do, but there's a young lady that's coming out of Australia, out of Sydney, right now, that we're going to be interviewing. Fantastic artist. So, Australia, you're winning one. Randy, a young lady coming out of Trovel in France, her name is Ellie, she's asking, how do I get hold of you, Randy, as a fan? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Are you a talker? But more importantly,
I am
do your stuff.
everywhere. I just started getting more on Twitter, Randie O'Neil, Randie O'Neil Music on Facebook. If you want to join my fan club, it's join.randieoneil.com. And you can get, like, you know, a starter pack of my music and my coaster and all kinds of stuff. But I'm literally everywhere if you spell my name right.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. It is Oneil, not EAL, like some people have been spelling it, right? I get
and
that.
Randie's not Y, it's IE, or you'll get the baseball player in the United States, so you don't want any baseball.
Well, I don't know. I know somebody that collects baseball, so believe me, I do actually. I really do. His name's Roger, by the way. Now, he is, and he comes out of North Carolina, if I remember right. He does. But yeah, he collects baseballs in these little plastic things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's got a lot of them, and of course I talk to his wife all the time about how he polishes his balls. I do.
Polishes his... I don't even want to go there. I don't need to know anything about that.
Well, believe me, I do talk to her about him and his balls, you know, regularly. I've got to be honest with you. But we are talking about baseball. We really are. We'll keep it seamless.
I'm sure we are. I'm sure we're talking about the same sport.
Yeah, you know, something you hit with a big stick. Like she would like to do from time to time. I'm sure of it. I'm absolutely sure of it. Now, at the same time, Randy, website. How do we get hold of your website? And do you have a merch store on there?
I do. Randie O'Neil. How clever are my website called RandieO'Neil.com or the lostbutnotbroken.com is my fan page, my fan site. So, and if you buy direct from the web page, I actually get to keep more of it rather than the whole universe. So RandieO'Neil.com will get you to, and then you can follow me for my shows. I just finished a tour, and I'm now booking for the spring. I have a few local shows. I live stream every Thursday. I started doing it during COVID. It's still one of my favorite things to do. So you can catch me every Thursday on my Lost But Not Broken fan page on Facebook.
I try not to. I try not to live stream at all because it kind of gets itchy. You know what I mean?
I have a rash, but I keep going.
Me too. I love that. I really do. Now, Randie, at the same time, I'm going to ask you, do you have any Randie O'Neil t-shirts?
Oh!
Now, the reason why I say this...
I got 2 new ones.
The reason why I say
They're so
this...
super cool. Why didn't I bring them up here?
No, believe me, that's cool, because believe me, the reason why I say this is today I'm actually wearing a young man coming out of the UK, and believe me, fantastic band in his own right, he really, really is. But people, while they're watching these interviews or on the interwebby thing, checking out who I'm wearing, subliminally, before you know it, and I did mention, you know, websites, everything like that, go and buy. Go and find it. Get yourself a t-shirt. Buy a koozie. Buy a guitar pick. Just support the artist. Be monetary involved. Dare you. Absolutely. And people do. They really do. So how would you like to send me a t-shirt, Randie? And
I will send you guys t-shirt. I knew you were bugging for a t-shirt. You would definitely get a t-shirt. And you know what? I started making my own tea. I will send you some of my homebrew tea, which is white tea, hibiscus, rose hips, cranberries, blueberries, and some raspberry leaves. It's delicious.
You should see the smile on Barbara's face right now. You really should. I got to be honest with you, Randie. Nothing against tea, but I'm a coffee kind of guy.
Yes, in a suit.
It's
All right, Barbara's going to have it all to herself.
Barbara is a tea absolute connoisseur. She really is, and she's smiling from ear to ear now, going, "I'm going to clean up on this one. I like that." She really is. Look at the smile on her face.
Absolutely.
So please, because literally, Randie, we want to get behind you and support you as much as possible. I would love to be able to promote you without being in people's faces. You know what I mean? It's sort of a subliminal thing. It really is. But it works. It really does. Having said that, love the work that you've been producing. Very, very... is there anything new coming?
Basically, this just came out. So this is all my brand new stuff. I mean, this was just out like a month, 2 months. So I've got 3 songs that are in the back burner. I want to finish the videos for this song, Treat Me Right. Hopefully next week or so I'll be starting a production on a video for that. Sidewalks is going to have a video. So I'm still working on this, but you always have songs that come up. So I've got 3 that I've already started. So as I start to market this, my baby here, my full moon.
That's exciting to me because it just means that I'm going to retain my job.
Gotta have you employed.
Yeah, absolutely. Believe me, artists. If it wasn't for you guys, they wouldn't employ me. They really wouldn't. Wouldn't even get a job.
We love everything you do, Grant, so you're my heart.
Well, believe me.
My heart's New Zealand with you and Barbara.
Well, believe me, Randie, it's reciprocal. It really is. We love you. We love your work. And all we can say is please, will you come back again?
Definitely. I hope to do it in person soon.
I want you to do that. Absolutely, I want you to do that. But having said that, if we do get together, there's one thing I can guarantee with you.
Okay?
Yeah,
I'm scared.
I'm going to throw you off a bridge.
I hope I'm not bungee jumping.
Oh yeah. Believe me, the guy that invented the sport literally is a good friend of mine, down in
Of
Queenstown.
course he is. Of course
Yes,
he is.
yes, believe me. It's quite true. AJ Hackett
I
is...
could jump out an airplane instead. I think I'd rather do that.
Oh, we can do that too. I've been doing that for 37 years.
Oh, I'd rather do that. Let's jump out a plane, Grant.
Okay, fair enough. And believe me, I won't do to you like what I did to the last person that I ever had to jump with.
And then we're going surfing.
Why not? What's wrong with surfing?
Nothing. We're going.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea too.
Oh, that'd be
And maybe
fun.
we can even bring Terry Van Cannon with us.
Oh, yes.
Talking of Terry Van Cannon, he comes out of North Carolina, Randy. Absolute steel guitar master. Haven't found any...
What's just down in North Carolina? I have to look him up.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'll get Barbara to put you in touch. This man, I haven't heard anybody better. I really haven't. Over the years, this man is an absolute master of what he does. And I would be honoured to put you in touch with him.
Okay, definitely. But check out Ellie Winninger, one of my song coaches. She is on the steel guitar. She's awesome, too.
Nice, nice. I've got to be honest, I'm a little partial to a bit of steel guitar. Okay, I like the banjo, I do. I love the banjo, and it's a love, but the steel guitar, you can't actually say pedal faster when you hear steel guitar, can you?
Yeah, there's something about a steel guitar. Banjo, you have to use wisely. I've heard a lot of awful. I mean, it's got to be there for a purpose,
Exactly. And, there's more of a talent if you use your real fingernails rather than these little steel things when you're parking it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Believe me, I've played the banjo back in the day, so I know what it's like, I do. I've got nothing against banjo. But, I've got to be honest, the very first instrument I ever started to play was actually the saxophone.
Saxophone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And I can tell you honestly, hand on heart, I've actually played for the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra.
That's awesome. I started with flute. My parents wouldn't rent the flute at school. I was learning, and they wouldn't do that either. But my bass player is actually a classically trained bass player and still tours without orchestras. So I have to, shore up my tour schedule.
Well, Randy, before we take this any further, let me just clear this up. When I played with the orchestra, it wasn't actually with the saxophone. No. It was with a triangle. I kid you not, I got one whole ping, and that was my show.
But it has to be well placed, because if you're just pinging willy-nilly, it's going to sound awful.
Believe me, I had to...
Another thing you got to use wisely.
I had to go with the baton, literally go like that to me, and I got to do the whole ping. They lit me up like crazy. The whole crowd went funny, and it's my whole career with an orchestra was one triangle ping. Fantastic. It's
I
true.
have to audition for that. I really can't.
No, I didn't actually. To be honest, they rang me up and said, "What are you doing?" I went, "Not a lot." They says, "We need an artist. Can you come in?" I went, "Sure. What do you want? Shall I bring my saxophone? Shall I bring a guitar? What sort of artist?" And they went, "We'll take care of it. Just turn up. Penguin suit, please." So okay.
Right.
Turn out in all the gear, and they hand me a triangle.
Now, are triangles in different keys?
They can be.
Is there
yeah.
like an A sharp triangle or whatever?
Or a B flat or a C. Yeah, believe me, I think there is.
I would think, right?
Yeah, you absolutely. Like a harmonica, you get different keys and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would think triangles have to be in a certain note or...
Yeah, believe me. The other thing I'm most proficient at is cowbell.
Right, those have to have different pitches depending how big it is, right? They're different size cowbells.
Exactly, and believe me.
So those have to be different notes too.
I've literally had bands say to me, "Hey, listen, Greg, come along, play the cowbell," but then I've fallen out with the drummer because I've taken his cowbell off him.
The fight of the cowbell.
Yeah, but sometimes, believe me, drummers don't like me, they don't. It's quite true.
Right.
Randy, unfortunately, we're going to have to move on. I'm being told that we're running out of time. But please, 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 don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to do a few photos, bits and pieces, stuff like that. And of course, I don't know, have we made you a cartoon before?
I think you did last time.
Okay,
I'll
well,
take another one.
Yeah, you're going to be again. You really are. But in the
I know,
meantime,
Barbara's got it down.
she does. She's very talented. She really is.
She is.
I don't know how she finds the time to do everything. Literally, she always working. In the meantime, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and let me tell you how happy we are to be in association with Rise Up TV, Big Records, Sony Music, The Orchard with Galaxy.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music The Orchard.